Good morning, my friends. I'm Pastor Ben Hayes from First Baptist Church, Dadeville, Alabama, bringing you our thought for the day on this rainy Tuesday morning. Can you believe it? I was surprised when I woke up at about 5 o'clock this morning to the thunder and the rain falling. Never expected the remnants of Tropical Storm Danny to be visiting us this morning, but that's what we got. But the good news is they tell me it's going to be out of here by about 9 o'clock this morning. So we look forward to a beautiful day that God will use for His glory and for our good. That's what I'm counting on. And today, if you would join me in praying for Tammy Templeton and her family. Her father, Bobby Haggerty, passed away in the early morning hours this morning, and we want to lift them up to the Lord. But right now, we want to look at a verse in Ecclesiastes chapter 5. And remember, this is the wisdom of King Solomon. This is what he's learned throughout his life. And even though he finds himself in the throes of depression and discouragement because he's chosen to turn away from the Father, he understands some truth, and he shares that truth with us. But listen to what he says in verse 12. He says, "The sleep of a laboring man is sweet." Boy, isn't that the case? You work hard all day, and by the end of the day, you're exhausted. You lay your head down on the pillow. You're out like a light. You sleep all night through. That's a great feeling, isn't it? Because here's the thing. We were created to work. Yes, human beings were created to work. Even Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden were created to work. They were given the responsibility of taking care of all the animals, the responsibility of taking care of the plants, and they worked hard. But the wonderful thing was, in the garden, work wasn't hard. It wasn't toilsome. It wasn't laborious. And we can see a little bit of that. We can understand a little bit of that when we find a job that we love, when we find a job that is exactly the right fit for us. We find meaning and we find purpose. And it's not always good that you're identified as what you do, but sometimes there's joy there in finding that you are doing exactly what you were created to do. But still, there are days when work is hard and you work hard and you are exhausted at the end of the day. So much so that, listen to what he says. He says, the sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eats little or much. Now, I used to, when I was younger, I could eat anything I wanted, anytime, night or day, and it didn't bother me when I slept. But truth is, as you get older, it doesn't matter how tired you are. If you eat too much, or you eat the wrong thing, or you eat at the wrong time, then you suffer in the nighttime hours. And we've all probably been there, and we've all done that. But look what he says at the end of this verse. He says, "But the abundance of the rich will not permit him to sleep." The abundance of the rich, not the worries of the rich, not the anxieties of the rich, not the struggles of the rich, but the abundance of the rich will not permit him to sleep. Why? Because we've all been there as well. We're not rich, we're not wealthy by this world's standards, but compared to the rest of the world, we are. We don't have millions or billions or trillions of dollars, but we have here in Dadeville, Alabama, just about everything that we need and almost everything that we want. We don't lack anything. So compared to the rest of the world, we would be wealthy. The problem is, in abundance comes this desire for more. That's what he says in the verses previous. The one who loves silver will not be satisfied with silver. He'll always want more. Nor he who loves abundance with increase. He'll always want more. And this searching for more is futility. The wealthy man, if you were to ask him how much more does he need to be satisfied, he would say just a little bit more. It's always more, always something else, searching for the next big deal, searching for the next big opportunity to make more money. And there's nothing wrong with making money. The Bible does not say that making money is evil. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. When you're doing it in order to accumulate wealth, that's where the problems come. That's when the sleepless nights come. But if we do what God has called us to do and take what He has blessed us with to use for His glory and the good of other people, when we take the work of our hands and we put it forth for God to use to touch the hearts and lives of people, we're going to rest well at night. You're not going to be worried. You're not going to be struggling. You're not going to be thinking about, oh my goodness, am I making enough money? You're going to rest at night knowing that you've done exactly what God has given you to do. That's what it means to rest well. And I hope that you'll think about that today. And I hope that you will join me in praying that the Father would show us exactly what we need to do today. God bless, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.